So I am going to talk about the global innovation in science and technology. And as I present one slide to the next, you will see what success factors that we have identified so far to implement this project, and what are the weaknesses, and how we are trying to come up with some strategies to overcome these weaknesses. Next. So in general, I'm just going to talk about the GIST project, and then what is our next project that we have taken up, and the current status of the project and the results. And of course, we have some future goals to scale up the project. So to talk about Longwood University's institute, I am part of an outreach from Longwood University. Longwood serves, which is right here, it's mainly the rural school divisions, and we from the Institute for Teaching Through Technology and Innovative Practices work with all these 25 school divisions, and they are all in rural parts of Southern Virginia. In addition to that, we have professional development programs in these yellow regions, which are in Central Virginia. And recently, we have also started working with the Concord Consortium in Cambridge, or Concord, Massachusetts, anyway, in another project. Where are we going? So the Global Innovation Science and Technology Project came as a spin-off from National Science Foundation project that I was working on, but I was working with selected group of students, and these students self-selected themselves to participate in the project, and we were trying to implement the same thing through teacher professional development, and we had some struggles. So we had those research questions: what kind of support would be needed for teachers to implement STEM learning, not only in the informal learning environment, but also in the formal learning environment. And we also wanted to see how is this possible for us to implement that across the globe so teachers can collaborate with each other. So we have several goals. The first goal is, of course, it's a Catalyst STEM project. And so we wanted to see inquiry-based learning in STEM learning, not only within Virginia schools, but across the globe. And then we also wanted to see whether teachers would take this up and make this from formal into informal classrooms. And we decided to implement 3 different software tools. And in the proposal we wrote, we would give choices to the teachers, but we wanted them to learn all the 3 software tools, in addition to using HP's science toolkit. So the teachers were trained to facilitate activities with the students in creating games rather than using games, and create the games on the STEM concepts. Then, of course, we wanted the students to collaborate across the school divisions from here in India and Ghana, so that they can identify a problem and then find alternate solutions, especially with engineering design. And that is our goal. I keep forgetting I am supposed to do this. So in nutshell, it emphasizes the need for collaboration for global innovation. It provides or facilitates a 21st century learning environment, thanks to HP for giving us the mini netbooks and the tablets for training. So the teachers receive these as incentives, the mini netbooks as incentives. And as a result of that, we have connected 10 teachers in Virginia with 5 teachers in India and about 4 teachers in Ghana. And out of 4 teachers, 1 is a principal because he's a staff developer for the school. In choosing these projects, when working with the Virginia teachers, they decided, our teachers decided, not to be trained in each one of the 3 tools. So when we first trained all the 3 tools, trained them with all the 3 tools, they chose Scratch. So we are now using only Scratch even though the tutorials are available for them in every product. Hopefully, in year 2 and this year and next year, this summer, coming summer and next summer, they will continue learning the other tools. And the students, as a result of teacher learning, they are creating animations, simple games, models, and simulations. And they use inquiry skills and also in technology tools in their design. And these are the names of the, I don't want to repeat everything, so you have the names of the schools here. I have added, originally we were only having this 6 schools, well, 3 plus 3, 6 schools, but the others are partners. Of course, Longwood University and Southside Virginia Regional Technology Consortium is the consortium we closely work with, a consortium of 25 school divisions. They provide our online support and technical support. And of course, Agastya is our consortium leader. And in finding out about this project, Guthrun County Public Schools, who use a lot of Scratch, they provide staff development expertise. And Prince George County Schools learned about the project and use our resources. So these are the different locations. Of course, you have the Virginia locations, and Tema, it's a small town in Ghana, closer to Accra, Ghana. And here in Chennai, and then Kismatpur. And Bangalore is because it's Agastya. We have not done any training there yet until May 2012. Chennai, and then Kismatpur is the rural area. So I will tell you more about it a little later. So these are the names of the schools that we work with. So I want to go to the next level where we hope to create problem-based, inquiry-based learning. And it's truly started happening as we started training the teachers. And our professional development experience varied from school to school. So when we went to train in the rural India, in Kismatpur, they could not identify a number of teachers. And therefore, they decided to use the students as well as the 2 teachers to work with us. So this little student, or a daughter of one of the teachers, learned about Scratch, and then she started questioning, how do I create a birthday card, doing something similar, observed what everybody else was doing, and did her own research and found a template and then changed it to create. So in general, one of the teachers will say, when the children or the students are given the opportunities to inquire, to collaborate, and develop problem-solving skills, and they are able to create the projects integrating the content knowledge in the design. So the success stories are various, and the reason for our success are several, and I will go through several slides on that. One, teachers' understanding and commitment. Everyone is stuck with us, and we had one issue with one school division, and we learned through those weakness. And the teachers actually, because they made the choice of the tool, they created their own timeline, how they wanted to learn, how they wanted to implement. And it is their choice, and therefore it's like owning what they are learning and owning the learning process in the classroom. And the other reason is we created ELG, is a social networking engine, and we have implemented that, and it's like Facebook-like, so the teachers are very familiar with that, and they have started interacting with each other through ELG, and it's protected, so it's not open for everybody, and they were comfortable. The most important factor is that the children are having their own flexibility and freedom. So the more creative, this is the statement from one of the teachers, the more creative we allow them to be, the better the projects were. Even for the students who seems to miss the mark with regard to the project's objectives, they still developed some kind of a game and benefited from this. So what did we find as essential condition when I look at all the 3 schools in Virginia and the 2 schools, 3 schools in India and Ghana? The first condition is we need to have the administrator support at the building level, not at the school division level. And then the teachers needed a collaboration planning time. In one school in year 1, or when I first started the project, things did not move so well. But this year, the teachers, all the teachers are in one school and they have the same planning period. And therefore, their project is highly successful as opposed to other schools where they are not in the same building. The technical support is very critical for the labs. Initially, when we implemented, teachers did not have the netbooks in their hand. And now each teacher, each participating teacher has 3 HP mini netbooks. So they make a mini lab of 9 plus the 8 virtual workstations. We have the assessment rubrics that they wanted for the project students are creating. And they have continuous professional learning. And also the teachers are supported by virtual as well as face-to-face support. So the further keys to success was that we were able to make these connections with Ghana and India because of former collaborative relationship with these schools. We've been there before to these schools earlier and identified the needs, and therefore we were able to meet the needs through this project. So that collaboration earlier, our former collaboration helped. And all the teachers are committed, particularly in Ghana and India. I saw a lot of excitement when they heard about the 21st century skills, and they have a desire to develop the STEM workforce. And the greatest thing is, you know, Scratch is not something that is mentioned in Virginia Standards of Learning, or in Ghana, they have to prepare the students for tests. However, these schools were willing to take risk.
Mano, I'm just going to stop you right there so we have time to address a question from the audience.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing your project with us. It's clear that it's on such a great track, and I'm excited to see what comes next. Question from the audience from Doug. What criteria was used to identify the 3 design applications used?
Well, Scratch we have already used, and we have found how students can create some science simulations. And then Alice is the project that we use in Longwood University for algorithmic thinking. And that was the reason we decided to use Alice. But the female teachers had difficulties in using Alice for the 3D perspective. And Kodu, when I used to be the small group of elementary students, I saw more excitement than Alice or Scratch, and therefore I thought I would use Kodu, but we have not been successful with Kodu yet. Teachers are still committed to Scratch, so it's the kind of excitement that we have seen and observed in using these projects.